Is this working? Yes. All right. We are live. What is up? As you guys join in, hashtag I'm here. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. We are recording another episode. So we're trying to knock out 3 podcast episodes a week. So if you see me going live, we're podcasting. All right. So you guys see me looking all over the place is because we are all over the place. So right here, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. No, sorry, right here we got Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Right here we got Instagram, and right here we got TikTok. So we're all over the place, baby. We live. So as you guys join in, hashtag I'm here. If you know somebody that needs to listen, tag them in the comments. And then if you have any questions as well, also just put them in the comments, and once I'm done recording, I will get the questions answered to you right after the podcast is done recording. All right, so we're going to talk about why you're not training hard enough to see results right now. Okay, and most of us are actually in this particular spot, and yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it because a lot of people are working out and they're not seeing progress. So I want to make sure that you're seeing progress if you're already putting in the work. All right, so we're going to get this podcast episode started in 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Real Results Podcast. And today we're talking about training, okay? More specifically, we're going to be talking about why you're likely not training hard enough to see your body composition change and to see your body change. All right. So I'm going to give you some actionable steps by the end of this episode. So make sure that you are tuned in and uh, that you stay till the end. All right, because I'm going to have some actionable episodes or actionable tasks for you. Okay. Before we begin, we are here and live on all platforms. We're on Instagram. It's Real Results Fitness Art, Real Results FTNS. If you're on TikTok, it's just Real Results Fitness. YouTube, search up Edit Your Body, Fatty Mancy, or Real Results Fitness. And we are on Apple and Spotify podcast. Give me a second here. Let me get my camera recording. Cool. Hang in there. Hang tight with me. Cool. All right. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk about your training. All right. Let's talk about your training. Okay. Look, if you're hitting the gym consistently right now, you're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort, and you're not seeing any changes, this episode is for you. Okay. We're going to talk about reps in reserve. We're talking about rate of perceived exertion, RPE and RIR. Okay. Very much the same or similar things. Okay. And what RPE stands for is, again, rate of perceived exertion. RIR stands for reps in reserve. Okay. More than likely, you're not applying these things. And this is what's really missing from your workout. Okay. So, are you really pushing yourself in your workouts? Guys, just because you're showing up and you're doing the reps doesn't mean that you're working hard enough to see progress. Okay. It is better than nothing. I'm a proponent of something is better than nothing. Okay. But if you're just going into the gym, you're just going into your workouts and you're just going through the motions, okay, you're going to see progress in the beginning, but over time, this is not enough to actually see your body composition change. All right. So when my clients begin, like this is, when they're first starting, this is one of the biggest things that I have to teach and discuss with them because like everyone has worked out, I like to say everyone has worked out to some capacity. Okay. But we're all used to just doing the same old like 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 15, 3 sets of 20. And, if you are the majority of your workout, you're finishing a set or you're finishing a set and you think like, man, that was easy. This workout was so easy. That's the problem. Okay. You can give the same exact workout that somebody says is very easy to somebody that has been working out for an extended period of time. and they will get two completely different results because the person that is like a pro at working out, okay, they know how to push themselves. And I'm going to teach you how to push yourself in this episode, okay? So, quick rundown, okay? RPE, what we spoke about earlier, rate of perceived exertion. This is a scale of 1 to 10. Okay. It's a 1 to 10 scale and tells you how hard you're pushing yourself in your workouts. Okay. If your RPE is 1, that means that you can do 9 more reps. Okay. If your RPE is 10, that means you're going all out. Okay. Basically, 10 is failure. Does that make sense? So RPE 1 means that you can do 9 more reps. You have 9 reps in reserve, right? And RPE 10 means that that's it. That's failure. Okay. So most people are doing like an RPE 5 or 6. So what does an RPE 5 or 6 mean? RPE 5 or 6 means that you could, like RPE 5 means that you could do 5 good reps left in the tank. Okay. If you're doing that in your workouts, that's likely the reason that you're not seeing progress. Okay. You're not seeing any progress because you're not challenging yourself. So if you finish an RPE 5 from now on, that is officially part of your warm up. Okay. That is not an actual set. That is not actually one of your sets. So if you have like 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions you're supposed to do, and you get off and you're like, oh, or you get done with your set and you're like, man, I could have done 5 more. That is officially a warm up. That's not one of the 3 sets. Okay. So the people think on extremes, right? They think of like, I'm just going to go until I get a sweat or until I can't move and they work out till failure. Okay. Or they're just going through the motions. The sweet spot is somewhere in between. So how do you know if you're hitting the right RPE? Okay. The right rate of perceived exertion, the right amount of, you know, the right amount of energy. Okay. The right amount of intensity. Okay. This is how we're going to be doing it. Okay. So if you are like getting up off of your set and you're immediately able to just like talk and have a normal conversation, that's way too light. You're not pushing yourself hard enough. Okay. By the time you finish your set, you should need a second to breathe. Okay. Should feel like, man, I only think I could have got like 2, maybe 3 good reps left in the tank. Okay. But if you're doing the opposite, if you're finishing your set, you're joking with your friend, you immediately check your phone, you don't need a breather, like it's likely that you're going way too light. Okay. And you're leaving results on the table. You deserve better. You're already there, so you might as well get something out of it. Okay. So this is something that I always see with my clients. Again, when they're first starting, I'll look at their workout logs and I'm like, there's no way that you did a 10-pound goblet squat and you think that this is close to your maximum. I need you to push yourself. Okay. We need to up the intensity. Okay. So this is critical. The reason this is so critical for us to get on the higher end of the RPE chart is because this is what's going to help change our body composition. So yes, I know we want to lose weight. I know we want to lose fat. Okay. But how you get lean, how you tone up, how you see and feel the difference in your body composition is from what I'm telling you right now. Okay. Obviously, your nutrition is going to reveal that. But in order to build that, we have to exercise efficiently. Okay. We have to exercise at a higher RPE. We talked about exercising efficiently in the previous podcast, and we could talk about that at another time, but now is not the time. All right. Go listen to that podcast. So, what's a good RPE to do when you are going through this? Okay. What is a good RPE when you are exercising? I recommend an RPE 7, like 7.5 to 9. Okay. Meaning at the minimum, you should be able to do at least 2.5 good reps left in the tank. Okay. So if you're at an RPE 7, that means you have 3 good reps left in the tank. Example, you're supposed to do 10 to 12 reps and you do 12 and you you're done with your set and you're like, man, I only could have done 3 more good repetitions. Okay. Maybe we need to up it a little bit because we want to have 2.5 to 3, or sorry, yeah, 2.5, at least 2.5 good reps left in the tank. Now, we don't want to go all the way. Okay. We don't want to work until failure, because working until failure also has a negative effect if we're working every single exercise till failure. Okay. But we want to have at least 2.5 good reps left in the tank. If this is making sense, just silently nod, because we're obviously on the podcast, right? If this is making sense, just silently nod. Okay. RPE 9 means that you could have only done 1 good rep, okay, before failure. 1 good rep before failure. RPE 9 means you could have done 1 good rep before failure. So, in the example that we just gave, if you're doing 10 to 12 reps and you get to 10 reps, for example, and you couldn't have done more, okay, then that is an RPE 9. Or sorry, you could have only done 1 more. That is an RPE 9, meaning that you only had 1 good rep left in the tank. Even though you didn't hit the higher end of your threshold of your repetitions, that is completely fine, okay? Because a lot of people think that like if it's 10 to 12 reps, you have to hit the 12 reps. No, that's the reason that you have a rep range, is so you can grow into that rep range. If you're always hitting the higher end of your rep range, then that means that the weight is way too light. If you're finishing every set and you're like, man, I could have done way more, I could have done 5 more reps, then that weight is way too light. Okay. It's important that you work and you get stronger within the rep ranges. I always tell my clients this: get stronger within your rep ranges, because you could be doing shoulder presses for this phase of your training program and you're doing 10 to 12 reps. And the next phase of your program, we're doing like 6 to 8 reps. This way you get stronger in all rep ranges. Okay. It's also going to work different muscle fibers. So, guys, like, if you do this, you will literally see the change before your eyes from week to week and month to month. Okay. So, how do you apply this to workouts? It's very, very simple, guys. Very, very simple. Next time you're in the gym, okay, next time you're in the gym, after each set, ask yourself, like, how hard did I work on a scale of 1 to 10? How hard did I work out on a scale of 1 to 10? So if you're not tracking at least 7.5, meaning that you have 2.5 good reps left in the tank, that means that you need to increase the weight. Okay, you need to increase the weight. Sometimes you need to get it to an RPE 9, meaning that you only have 1 good rep left in the tank. And if you're really, really new, you know, I normally don't say this, but if you're really, really new to working out, sometimes it might be worth it to work till failure, like just on 1 exercise, just so you know what that feels like, just so you understand what that actually feels like. Not just doing like a 10, like I was talking about earlier, like a 10-pound goblet squat, and you're like, I don't know, it's not working. No. Okay. So ask yourself, how many more reps could I have done? If the answer is 3, 4 or more repetitions, you're leaving results on the table. You're leaving progress on the table. I want you to push yourself to where you have, 1 to 2.5 good reps left in the tank. I want, guys, and if you apply this in your workouts from week to week, and this is, side note, this is why you should not be changing your exercises and your workouts up every single week. You don't need to quote unquote shock your body. You just need to stimulate your body. How are you going to know if you're getting better from month to month on a squat if you're just changing your workouts up every week? Okay. So, what I recommend is to work out on the same training, the same exercises for 4 to 8 weeks. I personally have my clients do 8 weeks so that way they can grow within their rep range. Okay, that way they can test themselves. But I digress. All right. So once you start doing this, guys, you're going to be amazed at how quickly you start seeing progress. Yes, you're going to see fat loss. Yes, you're going to see weight loss. But more importantly, guys, in your body composition. And not to mention, you're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more confident in yourself. And you're going to go into every single exercise and every single workout knowing that you're actually getting progress out of this instead of just kind of going through motions, which is what I see a lot of people doing in the gym. Okay, they're doing 3 sets of 20 with the lightest weight possible. No, don't do that. Push yourself. Okay, grow within your rep range. Okay, 1 to 2.5 good reps left in the tank for your big compound exercises, like what we spoke about yesterday in our podcast, like the rows, the chest presses, the lunges, the squats, that stuff. Okay, and as you do that, you will see your body composition change. All right. So again, if you're walking out of the gym feeling like you could have done more, you probably should have. Don't just go through the motions. I want you to push yourself, okay? So you can see the actual results and the hard work that you are working towards, okay? That is it. That is it for today's episode. Go crush your workouts. I want you to apply these things that I'm teaching you into every single workout, all right? Stop half-assing your reps. Stop half-assing your workouts. And I need you to push yourself in every single compound movements. At least 1 to 2.5 good reps left in the tank. All right? That is it. Hope you guys got a ton of great value. And I'll see you on the next podcast. Cool. All right. Awesome, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have a friend that needs to watch this or whatnot, just tag them in the comments. TikTok, we are over on, if you're not following already, make sure to follow. But we're also on Instagram, Real Results FTNS. Cool, guys. That is it. Hope you guys got a ton of value from this. And I'll see you guys on the next live. Bye.